A pleasant greetings to one and all. Today we are going to learn something about force and its steps. What is force? Force is an external agency. It's a physical quantity. At the same time, it's a vector quantity because it has both magnitude and direction. In simple words, we can define force as a push or a pull. In scientific terms, we can define it as force is something that changes or tends to change the state of rest or motion of a body or changes the dimensions of a body. Okay, now let's see what's the SI unit of force. The SI unit of force is Newton. The force is divided into two types. Number 1, contact forces, and number 2, non-contact forces. The contact forces are subdivided into two parts, muscular force and frictional force. At the same time, the non-contact forces are divided into three parts, gravitational force, magnetic force and electrostatic force. Now let's see about muscular force. The force which is exerted by the muscles of the body is called muscular force. For example, all our day-to-day activities come under this muscular force. For example, walking, running, jumping, eating, sleeping, everything comes under this muscular force. Here are some examples of muscular force. Now let's see about frictional force by using a small example. The mouse, which moves very easily in the polished surface, finds some hard to move in the rough surface. This is due to the less frictional force in the polished surface and considerably high frictional force in the rough surface. Let's see what is magnetic force using this small example. The cat which swallowed the iron box is attracted towards the magnet without any direct contact. But wherever the magnet is kept, the cat is attracted towards the magnet because of the iron box present inside the body of the cat. This is the effect of the magnetic force because magnetic force is a non-contact force. Now let's see about gravitational force. The universal force of attraction acting between all the matter is called the gravitational force. Now let's see it with an example. The cricket ball which goes high when it's hit by the player automatically comes down without any direct force. You may see it in many cricket matches. Whenever the ball goes high, it automatically comes down without any direct force because the ball comes down due to the gravitational force acting on the ball. Okay, now let's come across electrostatic force. Electrostatic force are force which pull or push on objects without touching them. Let's take a small example. When we take a comb with oil in our head and take it towards pieces of paper, the pieces of paper gets attracted towards the comb. What's the reason? Because the charges in the comb and the pieces of paper are opposite in nature, and these get attracted to each other due to a force called electrostatic force. So we have seen the types of forces. Now let's see what are the effects of forces. There are 5 major effects of forces. Let's see it one by one. First, set motion to a stationary object. Okay, let's consider an example. In cricket, the stumps are in the state of rest. At once, the stump is hit by a ball, an external force is applied on the stumps by the ball. The stumps which are in the state of rest is changed to a state of motion when it's hit by a ball. That's what we called as bowled out. So there's a force acting behind the bowled out wicket in the cricket. So the second effect of the force is to stop the moving object. In cricket, when the ball is hit by the player, it is in the state of motion. So when the fielder applies his muscular force on the ball which is in the state of motion comes to a state of rest when it's caught by the fielder. So this is the effect of force which is behind the caught out wicket in cricket. The third effect of force is to change the speed of a moving object. Okay, again let's consider in the game of cricket. The ball is in the hands of the bowler. Its speed is 0 km per hour. When the bowler applies his muscular force on the ball and throws it towards the batsman, the speed of the ball is changed from 0 km per hour to 144 km per hour, or more than 144 km per hour, which depends on the bowler. So it's the science and it's the effect of force behind the action of bowling in cricket. The fourth effect is to change the direction of the object in motion. Okay, again let's consider an example in the game of cricket. The bowler bowls the ball towards the batsman. The batsman applies his muscular force using the bat, and when the ball comes to contact with the batsman, he hits the ball towards the stands or pavilion. So the bowler bowled the ball towards the batsman. At once the batsman applied a muscular force with his bat, he changes the direction of the ball towards the pavilion, which we call it as boundaries and sixes in cricket. The fifth effect of force is to change the dimension of the object. This can be explained very easily by using the making of laddu from sweet bundi. Okay, sweet bundi is a sweet eatable. At the same time, the laddu is also a sweet eatable. When the baker takes some sweet bundi in hand and he applies some force, and due to the force applied by the baker, the bundi's dimension is changed into a new object called laddu. So bundi is changed into laddu, which means due to the application of force, the dimension of the object is changed.